It's boys, the most lovable podcast, PSNBS, episode 121.
Ooh, tongue twister.
Out on YouTubes, out to all the patrons, all the
Hit them up.
UK players. What's out right? What's everybody playing right now? The Tiny Tina players.
Tiny Tina.
And of course,
you still got the Elden Ring fucking guys.
Of course, Elden Ring.
Don't forget about us. We're still here.
We want to be represented.
We're still here. Elden
If you
Ring.
haven't already, go show support by subscribing, commenting below. Man, it's just me and Steels today, man.
Yo, it's the OGs.
It's the OGs, man.
It's the OGs.
When it comes out to sick days, we don't use too much.
No. Yo, no cap. I'm gonna try to sneak in somehow while I'm in Jamaica.
Oh yeah. You got to.
Yeah.
You get the little. You remember where? Like, I don't know if you remember. Like, I don't know if he recorded in it, but remember that one episode when we started doing remotes and Biggs tried to like do it off of his bombs
in the airplane
balcony.
Yeah. No.
When he was on the balcony and he had the sunset below him.
Yeah, he did one in the airport too, where he's all like, "Yeah, you know." But more than likely, y'all probably gonna record that Monday,
right?
And that is my actual birthday.
Okay.
And Jamaica's an hour behind. So if you guys normally record at 7, that'll be around 6. So that might be dinner time. Well, that's around that time we're getting back to the hotel.
Winding down.
Dinner time. So I might show up with the Caribbean behind me, bro. I might just pop in when I see that noti. Just pop in.
I mean, you know the link will always be there, so it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Make sure you got your head, bring your little thing, plug for your Bluetooth. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I'll have a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, so you be good to go, man. Today, man, it ain't been much gaming news, and it's just us two. So don't mind if this episode's a little short. You know, I got a lot going on this week. It's my birthday this week.
And I gotta cook in 55 minutes. So
yeah. So we gonna try to get through this as much as we can, man. And I try to before we get into the topics, let me see what Steel's been up to, man. What you been up on, man?
Man, Tiny Tina, and listen, I think I'm on your train finally. I'm gonna say it, Trav. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull the horn. I'm on your train, okay? I booted up. Edwin coerced me into re-downloading Next Gen 2K.
Oh, okay.
I started to play Next Gen 2K.
Okay.
And then the sale for the real 2K came out.
Oh, shoot.
And this is exactly how it happened. Fuck this game like the last time. Downloaded it or deleted it again for the second time. And I downloaded that real 2K and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, I've been, like I said, I've been seeing your name.
Yeah. I'm in there.
And we go
King of the Ring. That's right. Oh,
we gonna talk about it. Oh,
I forgot my intro. Steels 1682. King Resident fanboy. That's right. I won the King of the Ring last night, so it is King Resident. That's in there. That's part of the tags from now on.
That's part of the tag. King Resident.
King Resident
I like that.
fanboy. Yeah,
I like that. Undisputed.
Yeah. So I got screwed over last night by the Jimmy Uso. I did the whole mix thing with the girl, and I was the GM for the night, and I went after.
Damn,
Roman.
You already became a GM.
GM. For
you must have surpassed me already.
Roman Reigns. I went after him, and then Jimmy interrupted, and I got lost. So now this is a whole freaking me versus the Usos and
the head of the table.
The head of the table. I'm coming after them. Yeah, I'm coming after them. So
holy shit, they know they got.
I got Money in the Bank. That's my next match. Money in the Bank. I'm coming after Roman.
Holy cow!
It's either that or a battle royale for charity that gets me extra points. I'm already like 85 overall, dude.
So pretty much what you're saying is that you pretty much running amok on that game. Like you just.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. And like you said, it's not the cleanest game.
No.
The ring still does some weird shit from time to time.
Yep, the ropes.
But
Yep,
it's playable. It did
right.
shut down on me one time last night, and I had to replay
really?
a match that sucked.
Damn.
I forgot what match it was. It was just one of, I think it was one of the King. Oh no, it was when I was fighting. I went through the whole Eddie Guerrero.
Showcase?
No, not the showcase. I guess the game made me turn heel for some stupid reason.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if you noticed, but like when you go to click on, well, not the ones that's in the text messages. I don't know if they show it in the text messages or the tweets or the DMs.
No,
but when you go to talk to those, when you talk to those people,
icon.
Yeah, they have the little
I
icons.
didn't notice the icon, so I did a hardcore match because the lady's like, "Oh, I just want you to do a hardcore match." I'm like, "Okay," and all of a sudden it turned me heel, and then I started talking shit to Rey Mysterio, and then I started using Eddie Guerrero. I was taunting him with Eddie Guerrero, and then I stole Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, and I rolled in with his music on and shit like that.
Oh wow!
And
that's dope.
And I taunted Rey Mysterio, so I had this.
What
whole
show
battle
are you
with Rey
on?
Mysterio, SmackDown.
Ooh, I'm
SmackDown for life, man. I've always loved SmackDown more than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I always used to like SmackDown when I was younger. I used to like Thunder. You know what I'm saying? I was a big Thunder guy. You know, when everybody was like, "Man, it's Nitro." I just liked how Thunder looked. I like the aesthetics of it all. With SmackDown, obviously named after The Rock's catchphrase.
Well, that's the thing. Rock was my number one guy through the Attitude Era, so I just followed him.
Right?
And Stone Cold was my grandmother's favorite. So like those were our top two wrestlers,
right?
And so that's kind of where and you know who was on the other side at first? My least favorite wrestler, John Cena.
Oh yeah.
I just always gravitated towards SmackDown for some reason, but
right.
But yeah, man, that and then cinema wise, I watched this movie called Paul. Little older Paul, like Paul Blart, Paul, the dude's name Paul.
Okay,
it's supposed to be like a modern day ET. It's with an alien, Seth Rogen.
Oh, hold on. I think I've seen that.
Seth MacFarlane. Seth Rogen, Seth MacFarlane. One of them is the one who voices the alien himself. Yeah. It's on Peacock. You can only get on Peacock Premium.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people in it. Jason Bateman's in there.
I remember seeing the previews for this movie.
Two nerds that go to Comic-Con. Yeah, they go to Comic-Con and they're traveling the world to get all like the Area 51 like tour or whatever, and they're big into sci-fi and aliens, and they're going to all these Comic-Cons across the US, and they come across an actual alien who's trying to escape. His name is Paul. And it's actually pretty funny. I watched it and it was actually pretty funny.
Okay.
And then, I have a kid in the house now. Our friend has a 1.5-year-old. So every once in a while we're throwing on Disney shits. Dude, I came across this like 6 or 7 minute like Disney short.
Okay.
Called Bao.
Okay.
You know what a bun bao is? You know what a bun bao is? Like the Japanese or the Asian, like big puffy dumpling that got like the barbecue pork in it and shit.
Okay.
It's like the big one. And you
I didn't know they made a big. I just know pot stickers and that's about it.
Oh no, this is like their version of like steamed bread.
Okay.
And like you steam it, and then there's usually it has like barbecue pork, like Japanese barbecue pork inside of it. So it is it is so good.
I'm gonna look this up.
You got to get some. They're called bun baos, BAO or BOA. Right. It's either BOA or BAO. Well, anyway, the name of the thing is Bao.
Right.
And I looked past it a couple of times, and I'm like, man, let me just click it on and see what the hell it's about. And it wound up being a little 7-minute short, and it got me to thinking. Disney has been coming out with a lot of I don't know what I want to call them, but like growing up lesson type movies. That makes sense?
Right. Yes. Coming to age.
So like Soul, a lot of people complain about because it's like, oh, this is teaching my kids about death and dying and making decisions through death and all that shit. But, what was that other one? The Red Panda.
But the thing, coming to puberty.
Girls going to puberty.
Yeah.
Well, this one was about an Asian woman. They show her starting off to make the bows, with the stuffing and making the dumplings and all this shit.
Yeah.
And the husband is at the table just reading a paper. She makes the bowls. They go to the table. She puts it down. supposedly having dinner with the husband, normal. The husband grabs a bow, puts it in his mouth, scarfs down the other two, and takes off.
What? Like a demon?
Before the wife could even grab one, he gone. And just leaves. Puts his hat on, dips. Okay? So she's sitting there kind of sad, like, oh, okay. And she goes to bite her dumpling. And the fucking thing comes alive. Okay? And for the next 5 minutes, she raises this dumpling. There's no words. They don't speak. There's no words, right? And this dumpling is growing, and they're doing the measurement of the head, and it's getting bigger. They got glasses, and then all of a sudden she started dressing it, and the next thing you know, it started to become like the rebellious teenager, and like slamming the door in her face and shit. And all of a sudden, he comes home with a chick, and it's just a little fucking dumpling.
The dumpling comes back with a chick. Okay,
comes home with like an actual blonde-haired chick, tattooed and shit, and like, I'm moving out. She's like, no, I'm moving out, no. And then before the dumpling could leave with the girl, she grabs the dumpling and eats it. And then passes out. And wakes up crying. And the husband came in and is all like, if it was words, would be like, hey, there's someone here to see you.
Right.
Kind of thing. The son walks in looking exactly like the dumpling. Like the facial features.
Right.
So that whole little 7-minute thing was about the depression of being a mother and letting their kid go for the first time.
Wow.
I was mind fucking blown. Because the whole time I'm like, is this lady crazy? She's
right.
She's dressing a dumpling. Like,
right.
She's raising this dumpling. And then you realize, holy shit, the dumpling is the son. She's a sad, depressed mother.
Right. Going through
whose son's going away, the husband is not around, and stuff like. And I was just like, bro, this shit got super deep so fast.
That's what I'm saying. When it came to even that one with the big red panda, what it's called that just came out,
Red Panda or Red Panda, I think
Big Red or something like that. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like,
that's actually a pretty good movie. I enjoy it. We watched that here. It's on every day almost.
I watched it. Yeah, of course I watched it. Because I'm like, and then you telling me that, I'm like, damn, they really taking up some, I thought they went far when they went with Lion King. When Simba's dad dies.
No words.
You know what I'm saying?
I felt that shit.
I
was just like, Jesus, this got serious quick.
Yeah. So like I said, I always like those shows that give messages. I don't know if I want
my kid or something.
My kid to have too much to deal with. Like when it comes to like Lion King, I'm like, damn. When I watched Lion King as a kid, I think that part went over my head. The whole part where his dad dies in the beginning.
Yeah.
As an adult,
same for me.
As an adult, though,
especially if you've lost the father.
That's what I'm saying. As an adult,
or at least a father figure.
That's what I'm saying. Like my grandfather. Like I think of like my grandfather. Every time I see it, I'm just thinking like my grandfather and shit of that nature.
That's why every time someone talks about movies and crying during movies, I always say there's only been one movie ever that's ever made me cry in the history of all the movies I've ever seen. And it was Armageddon. Everyone always gets it wrong.
Bro, I say that every time. That was the first one for me.
It's Titanic or
whatever it's else. Armageddon.
It's Armageddon. Right there at the end.
Yep.
She's got her hand on the thing and she's saying goodbye to the dad.
And he's breaking the promise.
That shit hits me every fucking time.
Every time, bro.
For some reason, I always go with, holy shit, what if that was me?
That's what I'm saying. You got to break the promise.
What if I was talking to my dad for the last time through a TV screen?
That's what I'm saying.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful. Like, I saw that, I was like, oh my God. I was a kid when I saw that.
Yeah.
And every time I watch it, every time I tell people like, oh, what movies make you cry? It's Armageddon every time.
Armageddon. And everyone gets it wrong. I'm like, I'll give you 3 guesses and I know you ain't going to get them. And they're not even close.
Yeah, they never get Armageddon.
When I tell them, they're like, really? And then when I say the point, they go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That part hit different. That part hit different. When he shoved dude back in the little chamber and took his ear out and...
Yeah, and he's crying. Ben
Affleck crying. No,
don't do this. Don't do this. You take care of my girl now. And the whole time he was all rebellious against this guy.
Yeah.
And now he's like, it's your turn to take care of her. Say goodbye.
You got my respect now.
I was just like,
now he's with
chills, bro. I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Now he's with J-Lo.
Oh damn. Oh damn. So what you been up to, bro?
Man, I had a good weekend, man. It was my niece's birthday. You know, April's just when I was younger, I had April all to myself. Now it's like I'm sharing it now with my niece. I'm sharing it with my girl's cousins. I'm sharing it with my brother-in-law. Like now, April is just jam-packed of, you know what I'm saying, people's birthdays. I'm like, God damn. You know, so my niece, she had a birthday party, pool party. So
on Saturday, right?
Yeah, on Saturday. So that was
well,
that
at least
was
you were
lit.
in a pool. I was at SeaWorld and it was 1,000,000 degrees outside.
I did not go in. See, I dressed appropriately, like shorts and a t-shirt, white t-shirt. But I was not planning on going in the pool because I'm driving all the way to Port St. Lucie. That's an hour and a half. So my nephew,
you're from the island, bro. You're used to the heat.
Yeah, so I was in the heat. I was in the heat. It wasn't an issue.
I'm from New York,
but,
son.
Yeah, I get you, bro. I was in the heat, but most of the time I was in the house. I was in the house. All the kids was in the pool. They was splashing. They turned a regular pool into a wave pool.
Oh, yeah, of course. You have to.
I said, how the hell y'all turned
it into a tidal pool by just walking around and then you can't stop?
They was doing some nut stuff in that pool. I was like, I couldn't believe it. But it was a good time, man. Good food, seeing my family. You know, and it's like not to get too personal, but like, you know, my mom and my dad, they don't normally go to functions, you know, since they've been divorced. They never used to go to functions before together. So it's a little weird, like Thanksgiving, my mom and my dad was there. Now my niece's birthday. Now the grandkids. It seems like the grandkids is that bridge, because it's like, hey, they only having one birthday party for the grandkids. You know what I'm saying? So you either gonna be there or nah.
My parents weren't together at the same time when I graduated. I had two separate parties. I had the daytime was with my dad, and that's my parents weren't at the graduation together.
Right?
Like, they were to watch the ceremony. Like one here, one there, and then we went that way. We went that way. The first time that they came together for something huge in my life was me and my wife's wedding.
And that was the first time they were in the building. That's honestly what I believe. Like I had a picture of me and my dad, my mom, at my graduation, and I kept that photo because that's like the only photo I have of both of them side by side.
Since the divorce,
right?
My only one is one photo at graduation and one photo at my wedding.
Wow, and that's what I believed that I was gonna have. But now, since like I said, the grandkids have came. Thanksgiving was like the first event that I was like, because it was a baby shower for my older sister and her firstborn. So it was just like the first time that they were actually in the same function. And then my niece's birthday was this Saturday. They were at the same function. So it's kind of good to see that.
That's good.
You know,
family get together is always
good. Now the family, now nothing has to be separated. And I like that. I like that whole thing. You know, obviously Christmas might be still something separate. You know, Thanksgiving still something separate. But I'll be next year. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You never know. Because it all depends on where it's getting where it's happening at. Because if it's like at my sister's house, then obviously everybody's showing up there. It's not like we have to go to one of the parents. Like we have different locations it could go down at.
Yeah. Because if something happens, one could leave.
Right.
It's better for them just to go to their own places than to be in one person's space for them to say, "Get the fuck out of here." You know, you're not
right.
You know, I understand that because my parents were split.
Right. So if you see my IG, man, I've been just posting family pictures.
Family poses, you and your mom.
Yeah, I've been just on that, man. And you know, my birthday's coming up, so I'm like, I kind of like this little vibe that I've been in. On the gaming side, of course, the real 2K. I've been heavy on GTA Online ever since the re-release. I'm gonna say it again. Don't get that GTA Plus. It's not worth it unless you're a newcomer and you broke. It's not worth it.
Play the game and don't grind it. Don't get it.
Yeah, if you don't play the game,
do get it. I forgot how I said that.
If you play the game and you got money and you got business, do not get it. Period.
Yeah.
If you do not play the game and you don't have money, then get it for like 1 or 2 months and call it a day. Yeah. Like I can see it being very beneficial. Like let's say a new DLC drops. Whatever month that might be, let's say July, new deals, and you know you're gonna be short to buy the business or whatever you need to get that DLC, and pay the $5.
Get the free building, get the free building. So at least you can start the missions and shit. Yeah,
right. Then it could be beneficial. I can see that.
yeah.
Other than that, don't.
But if you're balling like Trav and his brother in GTA, you don't need.
Yeah,
that.
he had. I think he probably coming close to 40 mil. I'm at 15.
40 mil and damn near everything purchased in the game.
And he won't stop.
When I came back, he was like, I was cruising in the helicopter with him. I go, damn, what's all that down there? I see a yacht. I see a this. And he goes, oh, do you see my submarine too? It should be chilling out. I'm like, man, I hate you. He just got a submarine in his yacht parked on beachside.
So you said you had some BS?
Before
right?
that, this weekend was Easter, man. You didn't do nothing for Easter?
Bro, after, like I said, Friday, my girls, nephews and niece, well, I call them my nephews and niece. My nephews and niece, they were over, they spent the night. So it was nothing but, like you said, kid movies. We watched what's it called? Rumble?
I haven't watched it.
It's a wrestling cartoon movie. I think it came out in 2019. It was about like big monsters wrestling. Pretty dope, pretty cool movie. So did that, and then obviously, like I said, next Saturday did all that, and then Sunday was another mission, and then here we go, man.
Okay. Yeah, we like I said, we did SeaWorld on Saturday. As I have mentioned, we have friends living with us and they have a kid.
Right.
And it's crazy. We even talked about divorce too. And ever since my parents split, holidays have been rough for me.
Right.
Especially when you're used to something as a kid. New York, it's cold, Christmas, you're always together, holidays, you're together. Then you come to Florida, everything's different. Split holidays, it's hot as fuck. So I've always battled with, the whole holiday thing. It's been different for me over the years, but this year having, a 1-year-old in the house, I don't know, something sparked in me where like I was just like, I want him to witness it, or at least show what we used to do. So I talked to the parents, said, hey, this is what we used to do, are you cool with that, whatever? Because a lot of the families, they hide the eggs, they hide the baskets and all that shit. Some families the day before color all the eggs and all that stuff and make the baskets. That's what we used to do. A lot of people will just go
buy the prefab
shit, hide them,
Walmart basket.
So I bought the old school coloring kit for the eggs, set up the table, we had dinner together, we just ordered some pizza, it was laid back, chilling, and
all right,
we
ordered Toretto.
We ordered some eggs, and I mean we colored some eggs, and we did the stuff. But it was funny because we did it for the kid, and he was there for like 10 minutes and then passed out. The rest of the time, for like 2 hours, all us 4 adults were drinking and just coloring eggs and shit, putting stickers on them, put them in all different colors. Like, we had a blast. It was really fun to get back into that and like share a tradition and stuff like that.
Right.
And then Sunday it was raining, so we didn't get to hide the eggs, but
but Sunday was weird.
Yeah. Leading into the BS, Saturday on the way home from SeaWorld, stopped over at good old RGB. One of our major homes for a long time.
Yep.
We used to record on my old fold-out table, and when we stopped recording there, I left it there.
Yeah.
Never went back to get it. That place is far, man, and I just never am in the area. I'm not going to drive 50 minutes just to get a damn table.
Yeah.
Just to drive back,
Yeah.
So finally left SeaWorld. It's like 5 minutes from SeaWorld. It's like
it is like on the other block.
Yeah, it's one exit up. Boom, it's right there. So it stopped in, and boy, this place, it was like walking into it for the first time, man. I walk in, right, and I'm like, oh, wow. And there was a lady there dressed like a maid because, they have the maids cafe there now.
Yep.
And the other door that was always locked is an entrance now. Like, so both doors are entrances.
Oh,
and I walked in, and it's like arcade. But like old school classic arcades, and then like legit authentic Japanese arcades.
Oh, so they going there.
Yeah, like, movement. It's got cameras and shit.
Yeah.
You got to move and dance and like press buttons and
Rob always used to be into the dance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just say that they were in character because role playing, RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
You know, if you're really
so they called you
it,
by your name. They were like, Bobby Knight has returned.
I don't think I was Bobby Knight back then. Maybe I was. I don't remember. But let's just say that they were in character because I walked in and the lady's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I go, no, I'm here to see Rob. Oh, okay. Is there something? Do you need something? I'm like, no, he's expecting me. I'm just
Send
here to
the
see
boss.
Rob. So she goes, okay. Oh, Robin. And I was like,
Robin?
Who the fuck's Robin? Robin, there's someone here to see you. And he comes like skipping through the thing and dressed out in a maid's outfit, got makeup on, fucking cat ears and shit. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? How's it going? So, yeah, I'm here to get my table. And, yeah, damn, this place is freaking crazy. Like, everything's changed.
You've changed.
Everything has changed. Right? So, and what's funny is I told my wife, because she wasn't feeling too hot because of all the sun being at the park.
Yeah.
I was like, just stay in here in the AC, eat your cheesecake. I'm going to run in, grab the table, come out. Bro, I was in there for like a half an hour. She came running in like, what happened to real quick? I texted you. I called you. I'm like,
what happened?
Rob
had you on the world tour there?
So basically I went, this is how this went. I was like, man, this place changed, man. Like, show me around real quick. Thinking like, oh, yeah, we got all this and this stuff is new. Real quick, just like a once-over. Walk through.
Yeah.
This motherfucker started playing and firing up every brand new freaking machine that he had in this place. Oh, check this out. And I was just like,
Robin.
Okay, let's go. And then he's like, oh, this machine over here is popular. And it's pushing all the buttons and I'm just like, yo, this is fucking nuts. Like it's a work. You think Dance Dance Revolution is a workout? That ain't shit compared to these new games. I
saw the video game in there.
Oh my God, it is nuts. Like what's that, Guitar Hero on steroids. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. And
hold on, did he still have that like VR walk?
Yeah,
thing?
that's in the front. So he has a VR walk in the far right front area.
Yeah.
And then like the simulator. And
then, the car shit. Yeah,
the Oculuses are still in the same area. Other than that, he's down to 3 PCs. He sold everything but 3 PCs.
What? I wish he would have told us. I would have bought one.
That's why I was like, you sold them? He's like, yeah, I got rid of them quick. And I was like, oh, okay. He's down to like 3, maybe 4 PS5s because remember he got broken into.
Right. Did he tell you what happened?
He did get the reimbursement from the insurance, but obviously it's not easy to get a PlayStation, especially he's searching for digital ones.
So they didn't even find the guys.
I don't know. We didn't really get into it like that. He was just like, I got the money back. It is, and he's like, I reamped my security.
Okay, better.
On how he puts it down. I think he's only down to 2 Xboxes. He's like, fuck them things. Them things are garbage. No one plays them shits. Like he could literally probably get rid of the Xbox and be fine.
Yeah,
and put something else there.
I mean, he was trying to sell one of Lexx.
He said literally nobody plays them. It was a waste of money.
Wow,
is what he said. You know that whole row of just like tabletop emulators and shit.
Yeah,
that whole thing is now one giant fenced-in cafe.
Really?
Table for foods, all them shits are gone.
Holy shit! So he revamped RGB. He might as well change the name of it.
Where we used to record, it's like its own thing.
There's no room there no more.
Yeah, it's like a border, like a wall, like like a border wall. There's like a little space to walk between that and the bathroom.
Have like Mario and Halo.
On the wall? All that's there, but there's shit all in front of it now. Like you can barely see it.
Holy cow! What about
merch? He's got all these cabinets and shit, man.
What about merch?
Merch everywhere, man. He's got merch everywhere, shirts and anime like. K-pop and fucking Japanese pop type shit.
Hopefully, like when the because next month obviously is MegaCon.
Yes,
that's down the street.
See, I could have sworn I already saw something where they're supposed to be having some kind of MegaCon thing there in front of his store.
See, that's what
I thought I saw something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised because, like, bro, it's literally one light away. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna try to finesse RGB and MegaCon something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely gonna have to get some. Definitely have to get a merch shirt
cool
made.
To go there. It's good to see that he's still doing good, you know, and people coming
business
in.
Is still alive because that was one thing we
every
time we used to go in there every week. That's one thing we always used to talk about. Like, how'd you do last week? How'd you do last week? How'd you do last week? Some
Yeah,
weeks was
How
good.
was your weekend? How was your weekend?
Yeah. Some weeks he do good. Some weeks he'd be slow.
I mean,
you know, and during the pandemic, he was telling like doors could have shut up for him. You know what I'm saying?
at any time.
At any time. Like people don't know. Like our first
he definitely has spent
episode.
some money, man. If you go in there and you look around, bro.
Yeah, he invested in that thing.
It looks like a mini Player One / Ready Player One.
So no alcohol though, right? I mean, he had like beer last time. I remember.
I think he still has like beer bottles and stuff, and like he had the fridge with the drinks, and like he got his whole back. And I think he's starting to do some sushi shit too. So I don't know. He's adding a bunch of shit. So
that's awesome.
If you're in the Orlando area, go check out our one of our old homes we used to record at. Yep. Not literal home, but home of PSNBS. RGB ready.
A lot of memories in
ready
that building.
Game begin. Or art ready begin game. RG.
Ready begin game something.
Ready game begin. Yeah. If you just want to go out and chill and have some food and some drinks and play games.
And I remember I bumped into that place on accident. It was
bro,
like
he
one
has
of those
the original Crazy Taxi cabinet. The original Punisher cabinet that he said there's only 10 of those in the world right now.
Punisher, I never even played that.
I never played Crazy Taxi. I never even knew that was a thing. One of the original Marvel versus Capcom cabinets. Like, bro, it's
sick.
He went crazy.
And those things ain't cheap, bro.
With it. No,
the good ones ain't cheap.
No,
it
all works. Street Fighter 5, we got a bunch of shit.
Because that was one thing he did mention. Like when I did talk to him about cabinets and what the other places offered, he was like, "Yeah, they have cabinets, but them bitches don't work." So I know for him and how the man Rob is. If he was going to add cabinets, he was going to make sure that he had the support and the technology to make sure that they are just
funny. When we were walking out, he goes, "Yeah, and here's the Tekken." Wait a minute, this thing's been broken for the last 2 weeks. Someone's supposed to come and fix it. It's just all of a sudden working. I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I'm here."
So you had to challenge him real quick?
No. I didn't challenge him real quick. So I was really trying to get out of there quick.
I was going to say, is it? Well, was your table there?
Oh yeah. I got the table.
What?
Yeah, he had that shit folded and locked up between two of the cabinets, between two of the arcades.
Rob, you a real one, bro. Because if it was me, I ain't see for the boys. That shit out of here. I need space. That shit out of here.
I'd be using it.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a merch store. It'd be a merch table, man. But for sure though, shout out to Rob. Shout out to RGB. You know what I'm saying? Also, is it still the same, like pay and play anything? Or is it like,
I believe so. Like
or
I said,
you got to put tokens in that thing?
No, it's just push start. Everything was
okay, so player one style.
Yeah, everything was just press start. You just paid.
That's what it got to be. That's what it got to be.
Pay by the hour or pay for the day, whatever. And then
call
you
it
just go. Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like he's doing real good and everything.
Yeah.
Definitely got to go pop up over there.
Yeah, we got to go over there one night and actually like play the games because they look crazy. Like they look fun. Like there was a couple of games.
I was gonna say, was there people in there? Was it functioning?
I mean, we were there at 2 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. There was 4 or 5 people there. There was a couple there that actually
summer's
played
around
video
the corner,
games.
so you know summer's about to get a little crazy.
And they went and they ate. He went and served them and took their order and all that shit. So I mean. As I was leaving, there was more people coming in too. But his shit's at night. It's at night.
Right. That's when it's functioning.
But one of these Saturdays, we should go up there around 4 or 5 and hang out and just play some games.
Yeah,
just support.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely want to get back to RGB. Definitely want to get back to Player One. Those are 2 places that I definitely enjoyed going as a collective.
Yeah. It just sucks that it's so far. For me, at least.
Yeah. I was gonna say
you're a little closer.
You're a little closer than everybody. Yeah. All right. So that's it for BS for now.
Let's get into the meat and the bones of what we here for.
Yeah. So I was watching this documentary on YouTube, going down the rabbit hole, and I'm just watching these random little documentaries on old games that I used to be fans of, and pretty much why some of these games didn't get a sequel. And I was like, it like hit me in the side of the face. Like, I'm like, man, I don't think we've ever had a conversation of games that dropped and only had one and never got a sequel, but are good enough to get a sequel. Hey, hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second.
All right. Well, so yeah, games that are sequels. Well, games that don't have sequels. Yeah, he hit us in the chat today, and we were at work, and he just threw this out there and was like, "Hey, I have an idea to do this. What do you guys think?" And right away, I'm like, "Yeah, that'll be easy. Oh my god, that'll be easy. There's so many games. I've played so many games. There's got to be at least 10 that I've played in my lifetime that never came out with another game."
Huh? Say that
And
again?
then I come home. Oh, I was just going with it.
Yeah.
And then I come home and I'm like, man, let me do this research, right? And then I start looking up games that never got sequels. Oh shit, games that never got sequels. Holy fuck. Top 15. Top 25. top 50 games that I've played that never got. And I was just like, oh my god, there's no games that I've ever played that I enjoyed that didn't
never
come
got
out
a
with a
sequel?
sequel.
Damn.
I'm like, how is this fucking possible?
Right.
And then I start naming. I'm like, what about this one? No, that one had one. Well, what about this one? No, they did have one. Damn it. And I was just like, I was shocked. Now, I went through these lists.
Yeah.
And there was a few that I did play the game. I'm not saying I never played them. But you specifically said games that you thoroughly enjoyed or liked or that was good that you wish they would make a sequel because you want to play it.
Right,
you know?
Right.
So some of these games I looked at and I was like, I could care less if they made one. Like there was one, The Simpsons.
Whoa! You saying don't say stuff that's on my list?
Okay. I'm just saying there was a couple other ones that I wasn't sure
right there,
of.
the boldest one on my list.
You show the whole list.
Well, I mean, it's a quick glance. They can't. Unless they do a screenshot, they gonna find out.
Since you have more games, and I already blew one out there, go ahead and take us off.
I'll start with that one right there, man. The Simpsons Hit and Run, man.
Yeah,
I had it. It was like GTA meet the Simpsons. It was just a good game. Anybody that actually played that game definitely enjoyed that game.
To like Crazy Taxi? Kind of.
They had one before that was more similar to Crazy Taxi.
Oh, okay. So this is a different one than that.
So this was different. This one you could get out your car.
I never played that game then. I thought that was the one that I played.
This was Hit and Run. This was GTA. This was Simpsons.
You
had the whole town to go around, open world. You could jump out your car, be different characters. It was like the ultimate. Like anybody that says what's the best Simpsons game other than the arcade, this is a good. This is it.
Because the arcade is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Other than the arcade. Beat them up. This would be it. Okay. And for some odd reason, never got a sequel. I mean, there's been like rumblings of like, oh, they should make a remaster now since remasters are like
since we're in the age of remasters,
right? But there's it just let's see. Okay, so. The reasoning that they have online why this game didn't get a sequel is because the developer or no, the publisher, I'm sorry. The publisher, I don't want to butcher their name, Vivendi Games, they did not renew their contract with the Simpsons owners. And so the plans for the sequels
licensing?
the licenses, So that's what made this go through, but this game was such a hit. I mean, it got good reviews. It didn't disappoint. Like I said, you're thinking of the other Simpsons game. I can't think it off the top of my head, but they had another game that was that Crazy Taxi. You just pick the people, drop them off.
Yeah.
It
pick up a pool, bring them somewhere.
Yeah. This was Hit and Run. This was Grand Theft Auto meets Simpsons. Period.
Yeah. See, I never played that one.
Yeah. So that was one that I definitely wish. I still wish today that we'll get a sequel, man.
All right. Well,
I mean, I can knock off mine and then let you. Or do you want to just do one?
No. If you want to do yours, because do all yours because there's a funny thing that happened when I found my two. I didn't realize this was gonna happen, and it's gonna answer some shit.
All right.
So just go ahead and tell me what you get because I don't want to accidentally say another one that I saw.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Unless this one, unless I say one that's obviously one of your two, then you could just cut me off.
I don't think you will, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. The next one
Well, let's put it this way: you got anything from EA?
No.
You're good.
All right. So the next one, this one is the reason why it kind of like sparked my interest about this topic. And this one was Sleeping Dogs.
That was on the list of games.
Yeah, Sleeping Dogs. I watched a documentary on it yesterday, and it was very interesting because I learned a lot about that game. Because this whole time, I believe that Sleeping Dogs came from True Crime, because they always said that Sleeping Dog came from True Crime. It was supposed to be True Crime's next sequel, but it never happened because obviously Square Enix came and saved the game. There's a whole back and forth. But what really happened was the developers were making the game already. They called it Black Lotus. And then when, is it Activision that owns True Crime? I think it's Activision. When Activision got involved, and Activision does what Activision does, they came in.
Say that again.
Activision does what Activision does.
Remember, you said that.
Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on, while I got the technology, let me make sure that I'm saying the right, because I don't want to give Activision
any good or bad credit.
Yeah. Hold on, let me make sure. Give me a second. United. Yeah, Activision. Yep, Activision.
Okay.
So Black Lotus was being made. And mind you, the company had people from like the people who's behind Just Cause. It had some people from Grand Theft Auto. It had people from it had some top tier developers under the building, but it was like only 10 of them. So they're making this open world game. Activision sees what happens with Grand Theft Auto 4, and they start knocking on the door like, hey, we need a piece of that. So you see what GTA 4 has? We want that. Now, mind you, if you played Sleeping Dogs very gritty, very serious game, about, triads and that and undercover cop. But Activision wanted them to change all that. Activision wanted them to make Rush Hour the video game.
Remember, you're saying this, bro. I'm telling you, we got the same shit with different things.
So they came and they said, you know what? Forget this Black Lotus game. We're going to call it True Crime. And they were like, but it's not True Crime. But obviously Activision publishing it, so they gotta play ball.
Mm-hmm. They got the money.
Right. But it came to a point where Activision, once the budget is ate up, and if they don't like what they see, Activision just closed doors. But Square Enix somehow came in and swooped it. Square Enix came in and kind of saved the day. Let me make sure it's Square Enix. Hold on. Make sure.
It's so scary you're saying this about this game, because that's exactly what happened to one of my games. And it's from another big publisher that has done this numerous
Square
times.
Enix. So Square Enix came in and saw the game, and at this time, Square Enix wanted more Western games. So they had Tomb Raider, they had Hitman, and they wanted Sleeping Dogs. Well, they wanted True Crime. So they came in to save them. So they said, all right, we'll do Sleeping Dogs. So they changed the name back to Black Lotus, and then it went back, and then they found Sleeping Dogs. They landed on Sleeping Dogs. So it really wasn't a True Crime game that turned to Sleeping Dogs. It was really Sleeping Dogs finessed to be True Crimes, and then back to Sleeping Dogs. So Square Enix came. Crazy. They sold 1.5. Like, they did good numbers on Tomb Raider, Hitman, and Sleeping Dogs. They all did good. Like, if they did 1.5 million, all three of them did 1.5 million. But the problem was that Square Enix wanted them to do way more than that. So Square Enix was like, well, we only could choose one at the time. And obviously, who got more weight than Lara Croft?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Lara Croft got more weight than the main character of Sleeping Dogs, and of course Hitman. Unfortunately, Lara Croft got movies that people watch more than the Hitman movie. So they went in that direction, and that's why. And then after that, United Fronts, that's the people behind it, or United Games, they pretty much went under after that, and they made like a MMO, and they went under after that. That was it. They studio closed up stores, and that was it. So that's why I ain't getting no Sleeping Dogs. It's over with. Another game I'm gonna just run off now. The next games, I don't have no stories for them, but these games, I definitely hope they do make a part 2 for these games because I think they deserve it, and I think it's possible. I don't think it's out of the cards for them because all the developers for these next 3 games are still actively making games. So they just in limbo with these games. The first one I think everybody's gonna go crazy for, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Like if you played that game, that was a game that nobody asked for, but once we got it, we was like, we need more of that.
Yeah, that game was different. I did play that game.
If you played it co-op, it's a different game, bro.
Yeah,
playing that shit 2-player, and then you unlock Scorpion and man, all right, like come on, just give us another one of those. And you know the Ed Boom guy, he always like plays on Twitter all the time. He always likes to troll, so he'll put out little sub tweets like maybe it's happening, maybe it's not. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just pop up one day and say, "Hey, we're making a remaster of it," or "Here's a sequel." So hopefully we get that. The next one's gonna be Rockstar Bully.
Yeah,
I need a Bully 2, man.
I knew that was gonna be number 1 on your list, basically.
Yeah,
or
Bully
at least
2.
on the list.
Next one's gonna be Sunset Overdrive.
Yep.
I know we're never gonna get that again because that was an Xbox exclusive by Insomniac, and obviously you know where Insomniac is now. It's under PlayStation, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless Insomniac's own Sunset Overdrive, which I don't know. That's the part I didn't Google and try to figure out.
Just change it around a little and call it something else.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's true. They got the mechanics, man, and they got the technology. But right now, it seems like Insomniac is more focused on their Marvel games because they got the Spider-Mans coming out. Then they're jumping into Wolverine. And I'm pretty sure if they get another ace in the hole with Wolverine, Insomniac might as well be Marvel. Disney might buy their ass. You know what I'm saying? Low key. Like, they give you the mouse, you might just get bought by Disney because, hold on, you're making all our Marvel games already. You're ace in the hole in these. We got other IPs that might want. We might want a Pirates of the Caribbean game, and we might want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that happening. Another one, my last one will be Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. You know, that was a spinoff, so it wasn't a sequel or anything. This was like a spinoff from the Metal Gear saga with Raiden, and I just wish they would do another game like that. Obviously, the one game that y'all got catfished on by the same Platinum Games. You and Den was playing the beta, the demo or whatever.
Oh my god.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It was the same people behind that. Obviously, it had the same kind of like, they're good at fighting mechanics. And it's just like, it just seemed like, where's the money going in Platinum Games? I don't know. Man. Because that game was a big catfish. But with that being said, man, I'm kind of curious to see what you guys steals. What can you put out in the universe? What can we get?
Well, one game, like I said, I was looking through top this, top that, top this, top that, and I'm just
you can have honorable mentions. Like,
there's really no game. There was one game was Diddy Kong Racing was a game that I did play quite a bit. Younger, although it was still mostly Mario Kart, but I did have it, and so it didn't hold the higher tier. You know, Mario Kart,
right? Mario,
the Mario, it's the higher tier,
right?
So I wasn't upset that they didn't make a Diddy Kong 2 Racing 2, but I wouldn't have been, upset at the same time if they made one. I would have got it,
right?
But the way I took this was, a game that I would love to have a second part of. That's a game that if it's available, I'm going to get it. I'm going to play it. It's going to be fun. Right. First game here, I thought was going to be the Call of Duty Killer.
Oh, shit.
Way back in the And what's funny is, as I started reading these two games, I realized inevitably EA was the publisher for both games.
Oh, damn.
And was essentially
the killer.
The ultimate reason why we never got fucking sequels to both these games. The first game is a first-person shooter developed by Criterion Games.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
You remember? You remember?
I feel like I want to say like not Ghost Recon, but like Ghost. It was a Tom Clancy shooter.
A PS2 game. Came out in 06. PS2 and Xbox. Published by Electronic Arts, developed by Criterion Games, a first-person shooting video game.
It wasn't like original Rainbow
The player
Six.
assumes control of Jack Keller, a Black Ops agent being interrogated by his previous missions involving a terrorist operation. It's simply titled Black.
Oh, shit! Yes!
Bro,
Yeah.
this
What?
game was so different and
It was
so
different.
ahead of its time.
Yes, it was.
You want to talk about full environmental destruction?
Yep.
You shoot a wall, there's a hole there. And
Yep.
it was very accurate. The
PS2
sound of the guns,
time.
for PS2,
Yes.
the sound sounded amazing. The guns shot and sound. This game was so good.
Yep.
And I love this game. I played the living shit out of this game. And I actually did a lot of research on this in like half an hour, 20 minutes. When I got home, once we decided to knock this out early today.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just going to put it all in one big basket.
Yeah.
When they came to the table with this game, they had aspirations to make it a franchise. They were coming after Call of Duty.
Right.
They were looking past the first one. They had it, but they're like, we're looking at 2, we're looking at 3, we're looking at 4.
Right.
They want this to be an ongoing thing.
Right.
They had cover art. They had storyboards. They had all this shit for the sequel before the first one was even done.
That's usually how it goes.
Already putting all this shit out. That's how excited they were.
Because usually with the game developers, once they release it, if it does good, let's say it does like 1 million copies, then the publishers are kind of looking at you still like, hold on, do you got anything more in the chamber? And if you could be like, yeah, we actually got 2 more games ready.
Yeah.
Or in development.
Well, and
they'll be ready to cut the check right there.
That was their mindset, right?
Yeah.
The game comes out. It does phenomenal. Now we have the situation of what you were just talking about with Activision. And it's so funny you say Activision because they had the same shit with Call of Duty, with the battles with Infinity Ward, with Modern Warfare. EA wanted to go here. Criterion said, this is where we want to go. EA said, nah. We want this to be full co-op. And we want it to go this direction. So there was a lot of arguing, fighting, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It got scrubbed for a few years. And then they were going to do a reboot. Come back. They start talking, blah, 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 blah. They're on even further planets. They want this second game to not even really be about the first game. It's going to be its own thing. It's going to be full co-op. It's not going to have anything to do with the story.
Yeah, because they fired all the original guys.
And the original guy was like,
yeah, he's gone.
We're out. Him, and he took half the team, and they went, and they actually made, They came out with another game instead. Damn, where is it?
That's usually what happens, too. They take their ball and play somewhere else. But
Body count.
Ooh, body count.
They came out, which I played that. It was okay. It was okay. Is that
the one where you kicked, like you were in first person, you kicked a lot of people in the chest?
Body count, published by Codemaster. Yeah, Stuart Black was the designer. He's the one that left. It was for PS3.
Oh, I remember this game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but Black I felt was better. They had something there. They ended it with a cliffhanger. It was there. The writing is on. All EA had to do was just like keep going, and it would just money. But that's what fucking EA does, man.
And usually that's unfortunately that's where where art and the machine. When you see the art like somebody's game like Black and a machine like EA with that checkbook, you get games like Black. But unfortunately, when you see the artists leave and try to do it on their own, unfortunately, they don't have the budget or the back end to make the quality game. Not the quality, that's the wrong word, but the showcase that we're normally used to seeing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
They don't have the resources to put out what they can put out because Black was an amazing game. I freaking loved it. It was so good.
Right.
Damn. Going right into my second game. Again, Electronic Arts.
EA strikes again.
EA strikes again. And it's
Activision,
funny,
EA, baby, they should be in bed together.
It's funny because
They are
hold on,
heartless
let me
when it
play
comes
this.
to devs. They'll buy a place.
I'm
and close it
shocked
down
that
the next day.
Borderlands is still going the way it is because EA killed these two titles. And this title here had the potential to be massive.
Mm.
And you know what's funny is what killed this game? EA killed a franchise before it that led to its demise.
Oh shit!
Let's get to this. Okay? Let's get to this. You ready?
I'm ready, bro.
Dante's Inferno.
Oh, the God of War killer. No, I'm joking.
No, whoa. Hold on.
Hey, I was a Dante Inferno guy because I had an Xbox 360. I didn't have a PlayStation 3, so I had to play Dante's Inferno.
And it's funny, they say this right here. Hold on, let me pick it up. A follow-up. Wait, why the first game appeared to start a new franchise. And this was another thing.
Yeah.
This was based on books. This was the first book. There was two more. They had at least two other games that could have came out.
Yep.
Okay. A follow-up was heavily teased in the game's cliffhanger ending, but here's why Dante's Inferno 2 never left development. Developer Visceral Games first made a name for themselves by working on games such as James Bond, Everything or Nothing, The Godfather, before finally breaking out with the original Dead Space.
Oh, shit. Yep.
This 2008 title was intended a blend of horror and action with players trapped on the vast spaceship having... Oh, they're talking about
Dead Space. Yeah.
EA saw Dead Space as a start of a new multimedia franchise, and it launched with tie-in comics, novels, a prequel anime movie.
Yeah, they thought they had Halo.
There was... But, bro, everything was bumping.
No, for sure.
Dead Space was a bust.
No, for sure.
When Dead Space first came out, nothing was a bust.
Everything
they did was top tier.
Fully agree. So it's right for them. Like I said, I feel like it was right for them to put the budget behind it.
There was also talk of live action adaptation. Work quickly began on Dead Space 2, which arrived in 2011. I almost said 2011, but you would understand. But before the sequel arrived, Visceral released Dante's Inferno.
Yep.
This 2010 adventure reimagined the Inferno section of Dante's epic poem Divine Comedy. That was the book one. And followed a knight who slices through all 9 circles of hell to rescue lover Beatrice.
Yep.
The game was heavily inspired, here you go, by hack and slash titles like God of War, and gave each level of hell its own distinct and gross reimagination. Ex Machina star Oscar Isaac also revealed that he was fired from voiceover. That's not
junk.
Yeah. Like Dead Space, Dante's Infernos also received big marketing push, complete with anime movie, which was good. But despite being heavily teased, Dante's Infernos 2 never arrived. And here's why.
Jesus.
They had Dante's Infernos 2 in the rear view. They come out with Dead Space.
Yeah.
Massive. They come out with Dante's Inferno and Dead Space 2. Both of them massive.
Yeah.
I mean, Dante's Inferno was a phenomenal game.
Yeah, if you played it, you know.
Especially if you're a God of War fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Dante's Infernos is a must, and I bet it still plays good to this day. That game was amazing. I don't know if I would call it a God of War killer.
No.
I could see,
but it was a good cousin.
I could see some people, Royal, might sit here and be like, "Oh, but the story was better," and blah 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 blah. I can see it though. I can see it. It was that good. It was that good. It was good. So you're up here, 2 big highs. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 3 big highs. Dead Space 1 and 2, and Dante's Inferno.
You're undefeated.
Then Dead Space 3 comes out. Dead Space 3 is the bastard child, I guess you could say.
Yes, it is.
Some people liked it, not liked it. You know, I loved it. I loved all Dead Space. I like how they brought back the ship. There was things that I liked about it. Again,
it was very ambitious.
I don't dissect games like some people do, man. I really don't. I just play the game. I get into it. I dive in, and
you
it
enjoy
is
it
what
for what it
is.
is.
I enjoy it for what it is. Like, that's how I am. If it's really bad, it's really bad, you know. But I thoroughly enjoyed Dead Space 3 at the same time. But for some reason, it didn't do as good. I don't know if the ceilings was just way too high, and you know, Dead Space 3 was here, which is probably still a high ceiling.
Yeah,
but just not as big as 1 and 2.
Yeah.
EA saw that downfall and said, "Shut it all down." But we got Dante's Inferno. Shut it all down. That's it. Dead Space 3 failed in our eyes. It all goes away.
So pretty much, Visceral is like that kid that like all through high school just was a big athlete, got all the trophies, and the one game he freaking hurt his ankle, his parents disowned him.
Yeah. Or the one game he doesn't perform, that's it. He gets benched. That's pretty much what happens. And it's crazy because they left the game at such a cliffhanger.
Right, that's the one thing. Like Dante's Inferno, that's one of those games. Like it's kind of like you opened up a wound for because
see, here we go. Following the very mixed reception on Dead Space 3 and the cancellation of their high-profile Star Wars game, Visceral Games was shut down by EA in 2017. And they just said you're done.
And that's a nasty thing, bro. When it comes to EA, Activision, all the big guys. I don't know if 2K's done this because I don't see 2K's name too much in this, but they'll buy these studios up and they'll just start closing up shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't perform
just because Dead Space 3 didn't meet their expectations because of what 1 and 2 did. Right, they shut down everything else. Dante's Inferno could have had at least 3 games, man. And they even say that like they have Purgatory and there was one other one.
And I'm watching and low key, like I seen like
and he was left off in Purgatory. Like he was so perfectly set up for part 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Perfectly.
When you see some of these stories and these documentaries on YouTube about some of these developers and some of these games and what happened to them, you're just like, these are some heartbreaking ass stories. Is how people are like they're literally think about you working every day. You're literally working on this game. Dante's Inferno 2, like you're going to work every day happy as hell to make the next level, and then one day you just show up to work and they said, it's over, guys. Huh? What are you talking about? It's over. The game's not coming out. You guys are done. There's no more money. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, what? That got to be traumatizing. That's why you see some of these people when they're like, oh, like you see like some of the Rockstar guys to be like, yeah, we crunch, but we enjoy the crunch because they know their game's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people are doing the crunch and they don't even know if their game coming out.
Bro, if
and
Dante's
people
Inferno,
they dumping millions and millions into these games.
If Dante's Inferno is cheap, on this new PlayStation Now Plus thing or whatever, I will be playing it, man. I missed that game. Was amazing.
So Dante's Inferno was on both systems, was on both PlayStation and Xbox.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Because I always thought, like I said, it was. It was on PlayStation Vita and everything. Damn, that thing was on everything. Came out February 4th, 2010, man. I remember like it was yesterday, bro. I saw God of War, and I was like, fuck, I want God of War. But I didn't have a PlayStation 3 at the time. So I literally Googled, bro, I remember like it was yesterday. I literally Googled games like God of War on Xbox. And Dante's Inferno was the first thing that popped up. I jumped in my car, went straight to GameStop, and bought Dante's Inferno.
Amazing
right
game,
then and there, without even looking at any of the gameplay, without even knowing everything.
Listen,
and I booted up the game. And you know, like the first level when you're just going down like the little elevator thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on this shit.
When one of my buddies years ago, right around this time, he had just bought an Xbox, or he had an Xbox, and we were talking gaming at a party one night, and he's like, man, I'm burnt out. Like he was big into like Guitar Hero and like party games and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, I've played all the Assassin's Creed. I've played all of these. I've played all of that. I've played all of that. He's like, there's no games I want to play right now, man. And I just
sound like Inglewood.
And I went, have you played Dead Space? No, I haven't. Have you played Dante's Inferno? No, you haven't. There's 3 games right there. Get Dead Space 1 and 2 and Dante's Inferno. You're fucking welcome. He texted me a week later, and he's like, bro, these games are amazing. Amazing.
Facts. Facts. Damn,
that's one game I definitely would love to see a second part. If they made a remaster of that, I'm buying it day one, no matter what.
I'm telling you,
no matter what, I'm buying it day one.
Once we get to like 1 million subscribers and we're like a force to be reckoned with, they gonna hate me because I swear I'm gonna be calling all these devs and I'm gonna be calling up all the head guys by their first name. Hey, put the boss on. No, I want to talk to the boss.
Yeah,
but no, the supervisor. No. Put the boss on.
Put the boss on.
Yeah. Y'all still own Dante's Inferno?
Yeah.
Y'all not doing nothing with it?
Yeah. So do me one favor. Do something or give it up.
Yeah, and you know what? Low key.
Why hold on to something?
Here's my thing. Here's my thing to developers. It's a new wave. It's a new age. I was listening to this documentary about music, the music industry, and what it has transformed into. Back in the days when me and Steels used to listen to music growing up, to be a rap artist or a hip hop artist or any kind of artist, you had to sign to a label. You had to go to a certain studio to record, and then it had to go to Target or Best Buy to sell your CDs. It was a science, and it never changed. Fast forward to now. Now you have options. You can record a song on your phone. You can record at your homeboy's house. You can upload it to YouTube. Your boy can film it. And now you're an overnight sensation like Soulja Boy and call it a day, right? The same thing can happen in the gaming space. Easily. Mm-hmm. If you guys are sitting on these IPs like Dante's Infernos, do you know how many fans that are actually developers because of Dante's Inferno that's sitting around at their own indie place that's like, hey, how about y'all just lease us Dante's Infernos, let us come up with a 1-level demo. If y'all love it, let us make it for y'all. We'll go in bed together. Just like how Remedy is in bed.
Could you imagine if they went head to head with God of War this whole time? And
exactly.
I came out one, now I came out one, now I came out one.
Right.
That's great for gaming.
Right. Just like how Remedy is back in bed with Rockstar to make the remakes for Max Payne 1 and 2. These indie devs that originally made Dante's Infernos might come out of their retirement or come back together. Like, hey, let's put the band back together. EA's going to give us another.
Dead Space is supposed to be coming out. Maybe it's a start or something.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, Kojima with Metal Gear. Let the man make his Metal Gear, man. Let the man, like, that's what I'm saying. Don't sit on these IPs that are massive, that people want. And y'all just sitting on them, and y'all just keep feeding us BS. Y'all keep feeding us Call of Duty and Battlefield and live service and microtransactions and canceled games and delayed games over and over and over.
When there's gold mines,
right?
Sit in there. Black 2 is a gold mine. Dante's Inferno 2 is a gold mine.
Right. It's just like what they doing in the movies. Look what they doing in the movies. They bringing back Ghostbusters. They bringing back Jurassic Park. They bringing back Godzilla. They bringing back all these heavy IPs. And y'all sitting on Metal Gear? All right.
All right, let's get to these releases.
Let me get these two little news things out real quick, and then we'll keep it pushing. I saw you know what? The news is what it is, man. We'll catch the news on Thursday because ain't really too much news. We already talked about the Need for Speed being anime rumor. There's a bunch of rumors out there, and right now we ain't got time for all that rumors, man. Yeah, we'll talk about it on Thursday. Hopefully, St. Rose got a showcase coming out. I think on Wednesday. They got a showcase for customization, so hopefully that looks good. So I'm looking out for that. Other than that, man, there's not really much news. That's
nothing,
breaking,
bro. There's like no games coming out either. I mean,
yeah. Is there anything still's coming out?
Let's see here. For you roguelike fans, Royal, Myth Force on PC.
If it ain't PlayStation, you ain't got to list it.
The first one that's here for PlayStation is Chernobylite, which I'm kind of curious about. That horror sci-fi survival action game for PS5 and Xbox only. It looks like.
Okay.
Chernobylite. Let me look into this real quick. Let me click on it.
He said, "Let me click on that."
Comes out the 28th. Chernobylite is a science fiction survival horror experience mixing the free exploration of its disturbing world with challenging combat, unique crafting, and non-linear storytelling. Yeah, so PlayStation 5. Oh, no, it is PC, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox Series X, PS5. It's for all of it.
Okay.
Then after that, it's Samurai Bridge or MotoGP 22.
Oh, yeah, that is coming out.
There might be some motorcycle racing if you want to get your motorcycle racing fix. And what's that? Oh, that's just PC. The Serpent Rogue, April 26th. Oh, that's past the week.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's only till the 23rd.
So Tiny Tina, you said coming.
So play the games you're playing now. There's nothing coming out unless you want Chernobylite or MotoGP. Keep playing Tiny Tina. Supposedly there's a DLC coming out the 21st. I looked at it today. It's the 21st.
All right.
So the first DLC is supposed to be coming out already, and yeah. So. All right. I'll catch you on Tiny Tina or the the real 2K.
All right, and then so I finally found the article that I was thinking about earlier. The Witcher 3 got delayed, man. Did you expect that to get delayed? And also my question because of this delay was, do you think we're going to even care about Witcher 3 once it actually comes out?
Some people will, but I don't see very many people truly caring. I mean, that game is old, and there's going to be people who are going to want it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But guaranteed, I think the hype of it before has died down, and now that delayed has kind of like even slowed it out even more to the point that I feel like it might be like on the chopping block like Apex was. Yeah. Like Apex, they slowed that shit down until they were like, all right, guys, we're going to go see what they're doing in the office, and we'll let you know by 2 o'clock if we're still making the game or not. And by 2:05, they were like, yeah, it ain't happening, Captain.
There's one last thing I want to do before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. Oh, it is Google, right? I want to get to the drive. So I'll go to Google. There's something I want to share real quick.
Yeah. All right, while you doing that. And then another one was Kojima production will remain independent, says Hideo Kojima. Because I guess people saw Death Stranding on PlayStation's website, like in their banner. So they was like, oh, maybe they're gonna be part of the PlayStation Studios. But Buddy's like, man, I'm staying independent, man. You got to think about it. He already went through building Metal Gear to now he can't even touch Metal Gear. You know what I'm saying? So why would he want to get himself back in a relationship like that? Hey, there we go.
So yesterday in the Discord, the Bullshitters Discord, if you want to become a Patreon and hit up the Bullshitters Discord, we're live in the Discord every day. We're always talking, always helping each other out, not only in gaming, in life too. It gets serious in there. Tex, one of our OGs, mentioned, all I know is I need to see a PSNBS championship belt. And I was literally on the verge of getting off when he said it. I'm like, let me mess around with it. So this is what I came up with real quick. I mean, obviously this is the Brahma Bull, but hey,
it's the
PSNBS Bull today. It's outlined with our colors. It's got our colors. Obviously, PSNBS POD champion. And I had to put the cross with the purple hearts for the OVO Bigs.
OVO Bigs, baby. Holding the title, baby.
I just threw this together real quick last night.
That's nice. I like that.
And that's it, man. I wanted to try to put my name here, just because I couldn't get it to go on top of that. So,
right. And like I said before, we are gonna put together a nice little tournament. It looks like we got like at least 6 people already.
5 or 6 people. I know Edwin mentioned about getting it. And then I have a group of people. About 2 or 3 other people who they play it regularly too, so I might be able to coerce them into coming over. And
because I already told my brother-in-law he's interested, and it's all gonna be online, of course. So I already got me and Steele's got to talk off air.
We got to figure out how to put this together.
But it's definitely gonna happen. Right now, April's kind of like a woo, and I know you got your vacation.
April and May is crazy, but after Jamaica.
But before Jamaica, I think we'll have a link, a date, and everything set before you go to Jamaica. That's my goal. So with that being said,
we got to do a testing one night where we get everyone in and
oh yeah,
see
yeah,
how it goes.
we'll have an expedition. I think
Yeah.
that's what we'll do. We'll do an expedition.
And I'll
Me and
stream that
Englewood
too.
got
And
me and Englewood got
too.
me and Englewood got to squash that, and then we'll have an actual tournament
because we got to see how it goes with setting things up with the Discord, how we're gonna talk and all that shit. So
we'll get it tightened up.
Keep an eye
Should
out
be
for
simple.
that.
With that being said, you got anything else, Deals? Or we good to go?
No, we good to go, bro. I gotta go.
That means I get some gaming in tonight.
I gotta cook some burgers, and then I'll be on tonight too. So
all right, if you're gonna get up,
or it's WWE today.
All right. If that's it, man, it's been the boys. No Lexx, no Den.
No Den.
We'll see y'all on Thursday. Hopefully, there's a cinema this week, so we'll see you on Wednesday for that. Of course. So it's been the boys already. Pierce and Beers. A shout out to the most lovable always.
Yes, always
playing peace, baby. And we out of here.
Yeah.